Do decisions change timelines? Hey, what's up? It's Patrick, it's Rose via Fire, and I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about, do decisions change timelines? Know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Let's say that girl didn't ghost you, bruh. Know what I'm saying? Let's say that girl actually stayed with you. She did not ghost you and this and that. And you probably be on child support right now, don't it? You know what I'm saying? So by that girl choosing to ghost you, you done survived the whole timeline right there. There was another timeline where you could have been on child support. You know, in high school or in school, bruh, the mathematics class, you could have been on child support on x plus y squared equals child support cubit, bruh. I'm trying to tell you, that's where it would have been, bruh. But look though, by that person chose to ghost you, now you ain't even on child support. So now God is protecting you and you ain't even know it. So now God is protecting you and you ain't even know it, bruh. So do decisions change timelines? Hey, bro, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. So do decisions change timelines? If you was to do something else and choose another decision, that decision would have led to a whole nother timeline where a whole nother set of events would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Different decisions, they change everything, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You could take it even on like a molecular level, bruh, on an atom type level, bruh. If you probably didn't choose, if you was taking a walk and you didn't forget the keys or something, and you had to go back into the facility to get the keys, that probably changed the timeline right there. There's another timeline where you actually walked and you didn't forget the keys. And you probably would have been on child support times 10 right there. So you forgetting that key, bro, God was protecting you once again. Hey, bro, God be protecting us and we ain't even know, bro. By you forgetting the key at the facility, that saved you right there. It saved you from being on child support times 10. You know what I'm saying? It saved you from a car accident right there. So do decisions change timelines? I'm trying to tell you, bro. At the end of the day, this is how I look at it, bro. I feel like every little thing could change stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like God is in control, bro. You know what I'm saying? God is in control, and God's will and God's purpose will get accomplished. You know what I'm saying? God's will and God's purpose will get accomplished with or without our help. God is going to achieve what he's trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at it like all the decisions that I make, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, at the end of the day, God is in control. All we can do is just try our best to make the right decisions, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to make good decisions so we don't end up in all these, bro, we gotta make good decisions so we don't end up in all these succubus timelines. I'm trying to tell you, bro, why would you want to end up in a succubus timeline? You know what I'm saying? Make good decisions so you don't have to end up in the succubus timeline, because you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer critically, bro. You know what I'm saying? Making good decisions is going to save you from these bad timelines. Y'all know some of these timelines is nightmares. One decision made out of anger and you're behind bars. One decision made out of lust and you're on child support. We got to make good decisions, bro. Know what I'm saying? Because there is another timeline to whereas you acted out of anger and you did something and you was in bars for the rest of your life. Hey, bro, you ever get so mad, bro, you feel like just doing something, bro? You get so mad, bro. You feel like doing something to somebody, bro. But it's like God give you that self-control to whereas you don't do it. What if there's another timeline where you actually did that thing and you smacked the hell out of that person? You'd have been behind bars. If you black, you would have probably been behind bars for the rest of your life. I'm trying to tell you. So it just be like things like that, bro. Like there's different timelines. And we gotta try our best to make the right decisions so we could avoid all these wrong, rotten timelines, bro. I'm trying to tell you. We gotta stay away from these rotten timelines. You know what I'm saying? There is times where God just saves us from stuff. You get what I'm trying to say? God saves us from stuff because sometimes God just has mercy on us. He has favor on us and he saves us from stuff because we're not smart enough to make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? Let's say when you was like younger or worldly or something like that, you in high school, you was worldly, you're not smart enough. You haven't accepted God's calling for your life yet. You haven't came into God's kingdom yet. You haven't like fully surrendered your life to God yet. God could have mercy and favor on you to whereas he will save you from certain stuff in certain timelines. There is a timeline. You could have got somebody pregnant in high school. There is a timeline. You could have probably had 20 kids by now, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, bro, sometimes God will use certain things to protect us. Let's say you was shy in high school and let's say people was making fun of you because you were shy in high school. Don't you know that God could have been using that shyness to keep you from getting somebody pregnant? You know what I'm saying? Or let's say you was a girl. God could have been using your shyness to stop you from getting impregnated by one of the high school boys. You get what I'm saying? So it's like God protects in different ways. Sometimes your shyness was protection from God. Because back then, bro, you wasn't smart enough. You don't know what's going on, bro. You didn't even know who God was back then. You wasn't even fully invited to God's kingdom yet. You wasn't even in your purpose and your calling yet. So sometimes God will use certain things, bro, to protect you from bad timelines, bro. If I was not shy in high school, I'd probably be having like 10 kids right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm glad I am not in that timeline. Thank you, Lord, that I am not in a timeline where I had 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? 10 kids? 10 kids? Hell no, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Some people is already living in that timeline, bro. They already living in bad timelines. And some people is already on child support. I'm not going to look down on them. I'm not going to cast stones on them and judge them and this and that. Just because they made bad decisions. I'm not even going to look down on them, bro. I'm not going to judge them, bro. Know what I'm saying? Because before we became wiser, bro, before we became smarter, bro, when we were still like, our brain was still developing, we starting to gain the knowledge, it could have been any of us, bro. We could have been messing around with the wrong stuff. Some of us, God just protected us from bad timelines, bro. God saved us from bad timelines. Look back at your life. Think of how many timelines, bad timelines that God saved you from without even you realizing it, bro. One wrong decision, it could have got you cooked. One wrong lustful decision, you're done. Know what I'm saying? One wrong rageful and angry decision, you're done. Like different things, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Like different things, bro. You're done, bro. Like it's like you going through all this like a nightmarish timeline, bro, because of decisions, bro. This is why it's very important to make good decisions, bro, because God is not going to cover your stupid decisions, bro. Know what I'm saying? God looks out for us sometimes, That because we don't even be knowing better sometimes. But bro, I'm telling you, make good decisions, bro. God is not going to keep saving our butts. God is not going to keep saving our butts from our own bad decision. God is not going to keep favoring our stupidity and our bad decisions, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Do not take God saving you for granted, bro. Do not take God saving you for granted, bro. Because I'm telling you, God is, bro, God wants us to make good decisions. God is not going to always be there to save us from our stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Because that would literally make God like, it will make God like a genie, bro. Oh, you could make bad decisions. I'm just going to keep saving you. No, bro. Like, God has mercy and he favors us in sometimes, in certain situations where we genuinely need it, bro. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? We genuinely, sometimes he favors us when we don't even know any better, or when something about to happen to us and we ain't even seen it coming, or we don't know any better, we didn't see it coming, or like, but if you intentionally making bad choices, oh yeah, God is not going to support your stupidity, bro. You cannot be intentionally just making bad choices all the time, back to back, and expect God to keep running to your rescue and saving you. No, bro, like, you're going to end up in some bad timelines if you keep making them bad choices. So we got to keep making good choices, and God will favor us and God will protect us where we cannot protect ourselves. In the areas and in the pockets where we cannot protect ourselves, God will help us there. But we got to try our best to make good decisions, bro. Know what I'm saying? So we could avoid these bad timelines, these horror film timelines, bro. But bro, yeah, decisions could change timelines, bro. Telling you what I'm knowing, bro. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say, bro. Peace.